I'm just gonna put it out there. I really just had to talk to someone about it, and you're like one of the few people that I actually trust that is judgmental and actually listens to me like I'm a human being. I gave your brother an ultimatum. Wow. Okay. You know, I never know what you're going to say. But let me ask, what for? What did you give my brother an ultimatum for? Let's start there. Look, I can't get into detail. I wish I could. But, he just, behind the scenes, I'm not happy with some of his behaviors. He's not using, nothing like that. But there's definitely just this aspect of who he is right now that I told him, you need to stop or I'm leaving within a set amount of days. I gave him like a deadline. Okay, so I've been trying my best to not go against my brother lately. I've done it a lot in the past, but also I'm doing my best to just stay out of drama. So without even knowing the details, since you can't like tell me, it's very hard for me to get in the middle of this. You understand? Okay, but you're talking to me. Joey's home. Joey's not here. I'm decompressing. I'm taking some time for myself. You are great company and I thank you for hosting me. But whatever you say, I'm not gonna tell him. I don't repeat things like that anymore. I'm not looking for drama. I'm just looking for an ear. Right, but Melissa, maybe you're justified in giving my brother an ultimatum, and maybe you're not. The thing is, I don't know why you're giving it to him. So that's the difficult part for me. I can't make a... You know, it's like if I was a juror on a jury, how am I going to make up a verdict with everyone if I don't know the case? I really can't get into the details of it, but there's just something about... I want him... I can't explain it, Gabby. I just can't. Just know, like... I don't know. I feel like I'm right to give him the ultimatum. I feel like if you knew, you would probably tell me that I should have left yesterday. I understand you don't want to go into detail, and that's fine. It's your relationship. I understand the levels of privacy that go into that. Believe me, I'm a private person, but can I just ask, and again, you don't have to tell me, but whatever it is it like really bad? Yes, but also it gets worse every day that passes, you know? And I don't mean you should be concerned for him or anything like that. It's just, you'll understand one day, hopefully. Hopefully that's not a decade from now. I like you. I didn't used to like you. I was worried about who my brother was dating. But I think you've come a long way. And I think that you've also come a long way, like Miranda, in how you put your foot down. I know you love my brother, and I know you let him get away with a lot, and I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But I'm sure the person you are now, if you feel like an ultimatum is justified, then I would assume that your decision behind that, your decision-making process behind that, is sound. I appreciate that. But do you think that I'm a bad person? For, like, look, ultimatums in general are not nice. I know that. They're kind of petty and they're kind of manipulative. And you shouldn't have to give one to anyone. But do you think I'm a bad person for doing it to your brother? Be real. I don't know. But if I knew what Joey was doing that made you give him an ultimatum in the first place, do you think that I would be mad about it? Like, would I get upset? I think you would. But I shouldn't say. Joey, whatever's happening behind the scenes with you and Melissa, I fear that you're going to lose her. Why? You know, she comes home, she says, go talk to your sister. I drive an hour and a half. What's going on? What is it? She told me that she gave you an ultimatum. Oh, did she say why? Tell me she said why. No. But judging on your reaction, if I wasn't concerned before and if I had some doubt that maybe Melissa was blowing it out of proportion, your reaction just now solidified the fact that maybe she should have given you an ultimatum, because why are you reacting that way? Gabby, I like it more that you're friends with Melissa than how you were with Miranda. For whatever reason, your friendship with Melissa seems a little bit more innocent, and I feel like it benefits Melissa more because, let's face it, she don't have a lot of friends. But I don't appreciate the conversations being had without me. And whatever's going, any ultimatum, anything, it's between me and her, not my sister. There's arguments that belong in a relationship, and then there's the ones that belong in family, and that's not the one. Remember in 6th grade when you got like a new group of friends and you kept blowing off your best friend in middle school that had come over from elementary school? You were so close with, what was his name? Dimitri. You were so close with Dimitri, and then once you got to middle school, you stopped making an effort with him. I remember this, and I remember also telling you, as your little naive sister in your eyes, that you're going to ruin that friendship with him. You're going to push until this boy finds people who actually appreciate him. But you were so concerned with being cool. You might have remained friends with Dimitri today. And you're doing the same thing with Melissa. You have a habit of taking advantage of people who like devote themselves. We're not comparing freaking to the... Listen, please, listen to me for a second. Not a lot of men wind up with a girl like Melissa. Someone who is 100% devoted to them in an irrational and toxic way. She shouldn't like you as much as she does, and don't take that the wrong way, but she puts you before everything else. She is loyal, devoted. She has stood by your side through all the craziness, all of it, all of your problems, and fine, she's been not perfect either. But here I am sticking up for her because I know if you lose her, you're never gonna find someone like her again. Really. You don't understand. You can't stand here and lecture me about something that you're not in my shoes. You don't know what's going on, you know what I mean? And you don't need to be concerned about anything. It's just, you don't understand to be saying something like this. I'm not your little sister in school anymore, where you don't have to tell me things. I'm not the sister who disappeared out of the family for years to come back and lose everyone's respect. I've been here, I've been sticking up for you, I have tried my best to be a good sister to you through everything, through all your questionable decisions. What don't I understand? Please make me understand what's going on, because I'm fatigued with your storyline in life. I'm so tired of mom being paranoid. I'm tired of worrying whether or not you're on drugs, and I'm tired of mom reaching out to me to try to see what's going on with you. And now your fiance, who keeps flip-flopping whether or not she wants to have a wedding with you. Make me understand what's going on. You can tell me anything. I struggle with whether or not, like, I want to have a nice big happy family, or do I just want to do my own thing and be left alone? Because when you have a nice big happy family, man, you have no privacy. Man, you have to tell everyone everything, and I just don't want to deal with that anymore. I think I've earned the right to just live my life. And if I'm not hurting myself and I'm doing the right thing, I should be left alone. So I appreciate you looking out for me as a sister. I do. I love when our relationship is cool. But I have nothing to tell you. Well, I'm very disappointed. And whatever's going on with you, no offense, but you're gonna screw it up really bad. Nice. I know what time it is. It's time to plug some merch. Well, I don't know. It's a book merch. No, it's not merch. But When the Toxic Mother-in-Law came out last year. Still on the market. Love that you guys all left positive reviews. And that's awesome. You've seen this cup in the series from time to time. It's got the Serafina Town logo. Well, all of us in there can get it in cup, shirt, hoodie, canvas, shorts. There was also another thing to plug, right? The season finale of episode 12. You know that final scene, the big, there's merch for that as well. I don't know if anyone stayed to the end of the season finale to see that the merch was live, but there's merch for that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. Enjoy the rest of this episode. That's everything, dude. That's it. That's all of it. Junior's alive. And I was supposed to be home 2 hours ago, but I'm here with you at your place because Melissa's giving me an ultimatum that I need to tell people that he's alive or she's leaving. Ain't it crazy that that's how my fiance treats me? When all I'm trying to do is take care of my son. I hate thinking that like Miranda deserves this or Miranda. She don't deserve anything in my book. Like, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do by Junior. I'm doing the right thing, and I still feel like I'm demonized by the universe somehow. I know you won't tell anyone. That's why I told you. I just sometimes don't know, like, do you think I'm wrong? You think I'm wrong for not telling Miranda? You agree with Melissa? I get bitter, dude. I understand I gave my rights up to her, but like, as so much time has passed, it just bothers me that she really took him from me. And then like, for months I'm under the impression that he's dead, and then I didn't even get to say goodbye to him type stuff. I don't know. On one hand, I don't hold it against her. On the other hand, I do. But also, I did tell you this. Don't let me forget to tell you this. She said straight up to me, if Junior was still alive, she would take full custody. How am I supposed to want to tell her the truth when she tells me that outright? Here we go again, another custody battle or something. I don't want to do that. I'm chilling. I'm good. Exactly, dude. I'm not going down that road again because I am not giving my son up this time. No, I did it once. And it's my biggest regret. I did it once, and a couple weeks later, he was gone for good, and I didn't get to say goodbye. I'm not giving up that beautiful boy ever again, ever. And that's why, I do want to have a relationship with Charlotte. To an extent. I feel like I gotta leave Miranda alone, so that I at least have my peace. This is why I moved. I'm not going to go bother Miranda and mess with that and try to see my daughter when I'm hiding her son. Today was the first time that I did worry. So I spoke to Gabby, and she told me that Melissa told her about the ultimatum, and in my head I'm like, yo, wait. Did she say something? And she didn't. But at the same time, my heart dropped. Sometimes part of me wonders if like I'm better off like just doing this all by myself, but at the same time like Melissa watches Junior while I work. Like I need her. And I love her. I want to marry her. But I'm paranoid now. Paranoid that any day she's going to tell my secret. Bro, no disrespect at all, but you can't even watch yourself, my dude. It's absolutely not. You know, Melissa, I'm starting to like understand. Like there's 50% of me that gets it. That gets why you're giving me this ultimatum. Maybe what I'm doing ain't the best. Maybe it's selfish. That's pretty cryptic, Joey. Does that mean you're gonna come clean? It's not an easy overnight thing to think about. I'm still using your deadline. But it's just hard for me. Actually, more now, because lately I've just been thinking about having a baby with you. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's taking care of Junior. Maybe it's just me getting older. Maybe I realized the fragility of life. But like, I don't think I've ever wanted a baby more with you. Of course I still want the wedding, but I'm just thinking like, your ultimatum when that goes up, and hypothetically like I'm choosing my son or something, we're never gonna have that baby. It's heartbreaking to me, you know? Never gonna have the white picket fence, the prenatals. Like I was looking forward to going to the prenatals with you, holding your hand and all that, with the sonogram and all that, jelly on the belly. Maybe have Junior there too, like a little family. But you with this deadline, this ultimatum, it's never gonna happen now. You know, Joey, I defend you. I still look at you like you're my knight in shining armor, even though that's a very outdated notion. I love you, and I want to be with you. I want to have a future with you, but what you're doing to me right now hurts me. Because I see what you're doing. I'm not doing... What am I doing? You know how bad I want to have a baby. You know how bad I want to have that life that I've always dreamed of. And you are sitting here and using it against me. Nah, I'm just being vulnerable with you because I feel like I'm about to lose you, you know? Your deadline's going quick. I looked at, you know, you possibly getting pregnant again one day. I looked at that as like a whole new arc. You know, you've never had like a nice pregnancy. You've never gone in there and been nice to the sonogram text. We've never like done maternity photo shoots or baby showers and all that. Like, we never had the nice version of it. Could have had a whole like little arc for you, you know? I mean, we could have had like 9 months of just material in our lives, you know, but that's never gonna happen now. I mean, if I choose Junior, which is kind of looking that way, you know. If you opt out of having a baby with me, a wedding, that life that I've always wanted, the white picket fence, and you choose to hide your son over all of that, then for me, there comes a time where I have to stop being naive and maybe just accept the fact that it wasn't meant to be. You mean that though? No more white picket fence? No more gender reveals? None of it? Remember Miranda had one with Brian. Pink confetti everywhere, right? You're never gonna have that with me. So I guess like if this deadline comes and your ultimatum comes to fruition, you're gonna have to leave me. You're gonna have to find someone new, date them for 2 years, maybe a year, get married to them. Hopefully they got money for your wedding and all that. So you're looking at 4 years, probably 3 years maybe, till you have a baby. You're around 35 now, right? So you could be 38 years old doing all that. 38 is still young. Alright. Again, I haven't made my decision yet, so you still have time to make yours. My ultimatum stands. The deadline is still in place. Alright.